the juicy elbow.
Yeah.
It was called the People's Elbow. Like, you're not even close to the same name there.
Yeah. Well, can't get the same name. You gotta just give it the juice, man. We need the juice. Go bit juice. The juicy juice. What's your favorite? What's your favorite juice?
My favorite juice?
It's got Kubi juice.
Okay, are you asking me if I like moves? Or are you asking me like legit what's my favorite type of juice?
I was saying it's got Kubi juice. It can't be orange juice.
I mean, personally, I'm a fan of OJ.
I'm
not of the kill or anything like that. But
I thought you were going that direction.
I was. That was the whole joke. I was gonna say not the kill, but
I know.
the Bronco chase.
Bronco chase is actually in
WWE
too.
The series, the web series, or not web series, it was a series on, I think, Eve that was found on Netflix later. The series about O.J. Simpson was actually really, really good.
So good, they even had a WrestleMania 11.
He was in WrestleMania 11?
No, that's the chase.
Oh, right. The clipping of it with Goldust and Roddy Piper. Yeah, yep. A lot of people use that. There was a Seinfeld episode that used it because one of the guys wanted to get home and feed his fish.
Oh, I didn't watch Seinfeld really. Okay.
It's a great show. You're missing out. The next match, JBL was kind of involved in, but this was a SmackDown only pay-per-view. Every match was pretty much only SmackDown except for this one because they had the Big Show and Kane from Raw, and it was versus Batista and Rey Mysterio. JBL gets poked in the eye in a tag match with Rey Mysterio, and basically Kane and Big Show lay waste to Rey Mysterio, which, I mean, they outweighed him by 700 pounds. What do you expect? And Batista came for the save. When the Big Show and Kane made their way out, they were a combined weight of 900 pounds. But with that said, there is a definite size difference between the Kane and Big Show. Big Show is significantly bigger than Kane. Kane was tall and lanky, and Big Show was just a big, meaty guy.
A little bit of a difference. Yeah. But Kane was still a big dude. 320 some odd pounds. I know 200-pound difference at least. But still two big guys, and little Rey Mysterio fought his ass off. You want to know what I think about this match?
Yeah.
Juice.
Well then. And in this, Big Show basically takes Batista out and it makes it to where Batista can't get to the ring. Kane had his way with Rey Mysterio, and they pin to win.
Yeah, they did. It was a good match. It really was, actually. I gave it a 7. It was very entertaining. Enjoyed it. One of the better tag team matches that I got to see in that time period. So definitely well deserved. Good 7.
Yeah.
Very well.
Yeah, I gave it 7 too. And I will say I don't remember Big Show and Kane being a tag team, although I kind of remember the music. At that point,
that was a great tag team.
Huh?
That was a great tag team.
Oh, right. Well, I mean, yeah, Big Show can definitely work, and so can Kane. They should have called it tipping the scales.
Tipping the scales.
They can't use the Twin Towers because of what WCW did, but they can at least make reference to the fact that
would be a good idea to use the words Twin Towers. That'd be pretty bad.
Why? What happened?
Oh God, no, I'm not going into this. That's we have to. No, we can't bring that in.
I didn't know what happened between Dan Severn and Sid Vicious.
Hey, that was a long time more than that. Anyways, let's move on.
Okay, there's a rap song from I think 1994 or 5, right around there, by Big E. Not Big E the wrestler, Big E, Notorious B.I.G. there's a line where he said, "I'm blowing it up with like the Twin Tower."
Really? We're gonna bring this in.
It makes a reference. Someone told me they literally thought that it was a reference to something that took place several years later. They're like, well, how did he know about it if it didn't actually happen until 2011? I'm like, there's a bomb found in one of the Twin Towers in like 1994. They're like, what,
Say
really?
2011.
Or 2001. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I meant 2001.
Either way, why is he notorious for?
Notorious B.I.G.?
And why is he notorious?
I actually don't know where his name comes from.
Aren't you the rap fan here?
Yeah, but I'm not really a Biggie fan. I was more into Tupac, which Tupac was a reference to his name.
Is he still alive?
Tupac?
Yeah.
Technically, no. That would be a different discussion that we can get into.
Oh no,
There's people that believe that he actually escaped because gangs were trying to kill him. Because there's been pictures of this guy floating around in like Haiti that looks a lot like him. I just think it's just the guy looks like him.
Oh, okay. Anyway, sorry about that. We got sidetracked a little bit. I decided.
Yeah.
All right.
Any case, Hell in a Cell between Undertaker and Randy Orton.
Oh wait. Hang on. We forgot our the segment that happened. There's a friendly tap.
Oh right. With
Tim White and Josh.
White and Josh Matthews. Okay, so I forgot this was a thing. Like I knew it was like a long-standing thing when Josh Matthews tries to talk to Tim White and Tim White tries to commit suicide or whatever. But it was one of those things where I'm sitting at the table with my son with this on doing art, and this pops up. I'm like, oh yeah, that thing. You kind of have to feel bad for Tim White. And I don't remember what led to the suicide thing.
Oh, just a feeling bad about his life. It was just something that they put together on script, and I mean, I can't remember exactly why they started the segments. I guess it was more of an update on his health. But right now, this moment, I can't remember exactly the day one of them going back and doing these segments. I can't remember, but yeah, it became a thing after a while, and of course, this is like about pretty much 2.5 years after he was injured in Hell in a Cell between Jericho and Triple H. And if you didn't watch that match, go back to the network and watch that match in 2002, May of 2002. I forgot. Was it Judgment Day? Judgment Day. I think it was. And he got injured that match. He got tossed around, but not tossed around. He pretty much got injured being thrown into the cell because of a move. Anyways, go back and watch that match. Tim White got busted open and he injured his arm or shoulder. And after that, his career was over with.
So I looked it up real quick. That was the first time that they did it. It was in Armageddon.
Okay, so I don't know what exactly. I guess it was.
And it had to do related to a shoulder injury between Triple H and Chris Jericho at Judgment Day.
I guess they wanted to go back to the Hell in a Cell, and they thought, hey, let's check up on Tim White. So.
That's what it was, because it was a Hell in a Cell match that ruined his life.
Yeah.
And that's where it started the long-standing series between him and Josh Matthews.
They did. They killed him so many times on TV. Wouldn't see it today, obvious, huh?
It's almost like he's Kenny.
Kenny.
South Park. Oh my God, you killed Kenny.
I don't watch South Park. So.
Right. Oh, I'm sorry. So we kind of forgot to discuss this as well. The commentary was Taz and Michael Cole for this match because it was a SmackDown. They get away with so many things that could not happen in WWE today.
Oh, no.
There's a point, they say going in for the kill, they're going to kill him, the lifeless body, things like that. Knowing now what I do about WWE and watching it from then, it's like, I kind of miss this. Like,
society today would not accept a lot. I mean, I think it's fine, but I'm not I'm not the definition of society.
Well,
I mean, it's just I think a lot of things they say is fine back then, but it wouldn't fly today. And this is what 15 years later. So
the thing that kills me, because you said society today, a lot of people try to say like a certain age group is responsible for this.
yeah, I know.
And the whole time I'm like, you guys flipped out over Grand Theft Auto. Like, this is not a new thing. This has been going on since the early 90s. This has been going on since Mortal Kombat made its debut.
I think it's just more or less the characteristics of certain things that people do and complain about today in a different tone. But it's every generation has something different. I mean, but it's
exactly.
But I also believe that in this generation today, that there's more that's offensive. Let's go with that word than anything else I've ever seen before.
I don't think it is. I think it's about equal. I just think it's more louder at this point.
I don't think it's anything loud, but see what makes it louder too. It's that thing called there you go. And sometimes social media is good and bad, but I think there's also it's a different type of society these days. It's like almost anything you say is very offensive. So for me, I probably offend a few people online just by simply saying the simplest thing. So, but like I said,
I know I can offend some people.
It's anyways, like I said, we were talking about wrestling, the terms and everything they do. I mean, this day and age, you're not gonna see somebody kill themselves on live TV like Tim White did. You know, yeah, he didn't see his death, but he obviously he could use your imagination very good. So, yeah, I mean, I understand it wouldn't be a good idea. It wasn't a very good thing to show necessarily. It wasn't the most best thing, but definitely couldn't show stuff today. And like I said, you talk about the language, lifeless and killing, and like I said, they you're talking about years prior. Some had blew himself up in the limousine, so certainly
yeah. Well, that was distasteful in general. I don't know where how are they going to explain that he made a comeback? This is the ghost of Vince McMahon. No chance. Sorry.
I'm invincible.
He thinks he is. In any case, Undertaker versus Randy Orton in a Hell in a Cell. Randy Orton had Bob Orton. You can really tell how young Orton was here, and you can see how young in comparison Undertaker was compared to nowadays. This was a brutal match. You could tell Undertaker was trying to work with Randy to get him over. Just by certain things he did. There's a lot of bloodshed in here. And to give you an idea, the characteristic of The Undertaker, there's a video where Cody Rhodes shares a story of his first Royal Rumble. And he only knew how he was going to get eliminated. He didn't know what he was supposed to do when he got out there. So he went to go pop The Undertaker. Hits him in the ear kind of hard. The Undertaker turned around and grabbed him by the throat. And he says, "Kick me." He goes, "What?" He goes, "Kick me." And he kicked him and goes, "All right, now hit the ropes and do a neck breaker." And he does it. And he's just like, "Man, this is the coolest shit ever. He didn't have to let me do that." Like, Undertaker definitely does what's best for everybody when it comes to matches.
You know, going back to that, there's a spot in Hell in a Cell first several minutes in the match. Undertaker chair shotted on Orton, and that was that receipt that was given to him, as they say in wrestling. Months before that, Orton hit Taker with the chair, but he did it the wrong way. Messed up Taker badly enough, and Taker told him, "Kid, there's going to be a receipt coming to you eventually." And right before he gave him a chair shot in Hell in a Cell, he says, "All right, kid, here's that receipt." They were talking about it on the network during one of the documentaries, and Ian Orton says, it's he, even though he gave me the receipt, he definitely took care of me, in that chair shot. So he takes care of his people and he does good business. So gotta give him take care that much.
Yeah. Like I said, when